and Ayodosumi each scored 29 points. India go to the Nigerian Premier Football League. This time to football, where we know that Nigerian Premier Football League side, Sunshine Stars of Akure, has postponed the unveiling of the new appointed coach Kenny Boboye and defender Godfrey Obabuna. Former Plateau United gaffer was appointed a few weeks ago following the sack of Edith Egoye. Boboye spent his short stint with Heartland FC of Owerri, and he was relieved of his duty with the return of Paul Obi as the coach of the Nazi Millionaires. Former Super Eagles defender Barbara is staging a return to the MPFL after playing a career in Europe. Both of them were earlier scheduled for unveiling in midweek, but the update from the team camp indicates that the unveiling will now take place on the 18th of February 2024. And now let's go down to the fallout of what's happening at the Africa Cup of Nations, where 2 days after the victory in the final against Nigeria, the triumph parade on the street of Abidjan and the Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire were received by the President of the Republic, Alexander Ouattara, on Tuesday during an official ceremony. The President showered the entirety with massive gifts and a villa each. Each African champion was granted a villa worth 50 million CFA franc, approximately 76,700 euros, and a bonus of 50 million CFA francs as well. Heroes of the revival from the round of 16, coach El-Rufai is entitled to a bonus of 100 million FC franc, that is 150,000 pounds, while his technical staff will share the sum of 400 million franc, that is 613,000 pounds. Finally, the Ivorian Football Federation was entitled to an envelope of 300 million CFA franc, that is 460,000 pounds, for this third trophy. Jay, I come back to you. Money is pouring everywhere. Everybody seems to be happy. The president is spending cash and is even giving them estates, villas to the players, who has done the nation proud.
Very massive, very massive. Big ups to the president of Ivory Coast for recognizing the team and the players for doing for mashing this feat, for coming this far, for achieving this greatness. You know. If you look at the Ivory Coast team, everything about it, from the beginning of this tournament to the end, you can't just but give them thumbs up, because if you look at the way the tournament, the twists and the turns they've been able to navigate through. For if anyone would tell you after the group stage that Ivory Coast will become the champions of Africa, you will argue it to the limit.
Football can be cruel, you know.
It can really be surprising. So there's no amount of package that is being given to them that I would consider it to be too much, because they have achieved greatness. They have done very much. They have proved doubters wrong. They are, in short, they have shown the tenacity, the ability, that spirit of possibility. They have really shown it in this football tournament.
Does it show that this? Can we say that this has shown that football has got the ability to unite Africa? But it seems everybody wants to be involved. The president of Mali was at the stadium. The president of Burkina Faso, our own vice president, and it seems almost all the presidents of these African countries want to be involved in football.
Football is a very great tool of unity, if you ask me. Take a cue from Nigeria.
Okay.
When is devoid of sentiment, tribal sentiment. It's devoid of religious sentiment. It's devoid of ethnicity and everything. From the team, look at it. What would you have imagined if Nigeria had lifted this trophy? Before the trophy, there are preparations already for celebration, where we know where guys have already bought their cow, prepared. You understand? Booking lounges to shut down the whole night, and it's even a great loss to business owners, because that's the one, but in Nigeria generally, because many people prepared to celebrate this thing, and you see how it's devoid of ethnicity and everything. So it's a very big tool of unity.
Okay, now moving on, I'll go to the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, where the Nigerian president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, received the Super Eagles of Nigeria after the second place finish at the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. The host Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire on Sunday night, we told you, beat Nigeria by 2-1 to win, at the expense of the three-time African champion who won silver. We know that the vice president of Nigeria, Kassim Shettima, was at the stadium in the semi-final and the final to watch the boys. The boys arrived late last night. They met with the president today. There were pictures from the villa. Not every player anyway, but some players return to their clubs. But at least it shows that the president at least giving the boys a warm embrace after all the backlash they received from Nigerian fans across the social media world.
You can't expect anything less than that. They have done it, and you know motivation is also a veritable tool to be used in football.
Yeah.
If you really want to achieve greatness, the boys have done at least. Becoming the second best team in this tournament is not a small thing, because if you look at the prior to the tournament, nobody give them a chance.
Yeah.
And they come all the way to win the silver medal in the tournament.
Yeah.
They deserve a presidential welcome.
Okay, don't forget you can be part of the show. Simple. You can go to our Instagram page at the Voice of the People, that is VOP 96.1 FM, and of course on YouTube you can watch us live right now. Just go look for the Voice of the People Abuja and click on the live button, and you'll be watching us live wherever you are across the world. Don't forget we are also on Radio Garden, so you can also listen to us anywhere in the world as well. So still talking the Super Eagles, we know that Pesero's contract, we talked about that earlier on the first show earlier early in the morning. Pesero's contract has run out. We hear the minister wants to hand him a new contract. We hear he's also gotten suitors from Algeria, suitors from Morocco, suitors from Egypt. I know your take on Pesero, but can we now say that Pesero has, based on his achievement, can we line him up as one of the top coaches that has ever managed the Super Eagles? Because a lot of people are saying whether we let him go or not, his record as the silver medalist, after these are our 5th silver medalist. How many Nigerian coaches have won silver for Nigeria? What's your take on
but Nigerian coach has won us the gold medal.
That's late.
So no one should come and tell me that Nigerian coaches cannot do it. It is something we've done before. Okay. And we stood a very big chance to lift this trophy. Had he been able, had he been a very good, he is a very good manager, a very tactical manager. He's a friend of Jose Mourinho. Why didn't he call Jose Mourinho? Will Jose Mourinho come to a final and play this kind of game? Yeah. No. Mourinho,
they play similar football. Don't forget, we heard, according to the former president of the NFF, talking about Amadou Melvin Pinnick, that it was Jose Mourinho that
recommended him. And even the Jose Mourinho himself came out to say that
support him for
they
the
have
final.
Been friends from school.
Absolutely,
and everything.
That's his best friend in football. So
exactly.
Why would Mourinho take a different path from what his friend is doing? Because don't forget, they play the same style of football.
Okay. Let me just hang you there. Let Nigerian Super Eagles go and hire Jose Mourinho for Super Eagles.
They can't afford him. They'll tell you they can't afford him
because he's great.
Grade A coach. Can they pay over 200,000, over 300,000 pounds a week, or can they do that? Even 60,000 pounds per zero is a problem. $60,000 I beg your pardon.
And that tells you that Pesero is below Jose Mourinho. that is it now. That should tell you and clarify that Pesero is below Jose Mourinho.
Okay, we know the players are expecting $27,500 from the NFF, that is for 1 million naira in our own currency. Unfortunately, the fact that they didn't get to the final, they didn't win the final, has cost the players $30,000. They would have gotten an extra $45,000 in bonus, 45 million naira each in bonus. Can we? I know it's not a bad tournament. I don't like to make it like a bad tournament.
Not at all.
But at least good, well paid for 1 million naira for what you've done at the tournament. It's not a bad pay for 1 month job.
That is it's a very lucrative business for the players. They've given their all, and their all has been able to earn them 41 million quid, which is not a child's play. Yeah.
Sticking with the Super Eagles, Alex Iwobi, he has been on the news on the backlash he had after the loss against Ivory Coast. We hear fans have not been kind to him on social media. A lot of people, especially the captain of the team, Ahmed Musa, in the morning show, if you listen to it, where Gesera was speaking about the fact that Musa did make a statement on the social media handle supporting Alex Iwobi. We've seen Kenneth Meruo do so as well. We've seen Sadiq Umar do so as well. How can fans draw the line from criticism and cyberbullying?
It's something that is very, very difficult, and it's also a line, and that should tell the players you are only being selected out of about 200 million people.
Absolutely.
So if you have this privilege and you are given this opportunity, you just have to give your all, even if you can't achieve it and you give your all, Nigerians are watching. They are seeing.
Okay.
He's not the only one on the pitch of play.
Absolutely.
But everyone, exactly. For him to be singled out, it shows clearly that yes, his performance.
He had a very it was below par.
Is below par, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. I cannot stop Nigerians from bullying him.
Okay.
And it's only it's his performance that would have stopped Nigeria from bullying him. He's not the only player. He's not who made the team that day. But we are heaping praise on others. Even a certain Osimhen that did not have the necessary feed. We saw his hunger. We saw his determination, and we were all praising him. You understand? So the case with Alex Iwobi is that he wasn't the Alex Iwobi that we used to know. Everything about him kind of dropped, and we didn't see the needed performance. He was not creating and he was not defending. What kind of a midfielder are you then?
Okay. Like you said, good reaction from the NFF. We hear that a lot of people have met the team. The Minister of Youth and Sports, Senator John Owen Eno, has invited him to the office, had a chit chat with him. We were hearing a report that was thinking of retirement. I think that would have been waited out. Was also part of the contingent that met with the president. So I think maybe with those arms around him,
exactly, he should pick up his courage and
keep him going.
Yeah.
Anyway, still talking the Super Eagles. One man is talking tough. Is Leicester City forward Kelechi Iheanacho. He has assured Nigerians that the Super Eagles will be back stronger and better. The Nigerian side suffered a 1-2 defeat to the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. That's no news. And the final of the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations. While reacting to that performance on the social media handle, Iheanacho thanked Nigeria for their tremendous support. And in his word, he quoted, "Normally, now this one they pay pass when you don't see the trophy, but you know touch am. Ba wahala.
You know
ba wahala. We'll be back. Thank you all Nigerians who supported us. God bless you all, and let's keep believing. Thank you, Most High God."
Thank you, Iheanacho.
I think this is the reaction. This is the reaction that we should be looking out for.
Exactly.
Right mindset. After all, the Afcon is not less than 2 years from now in Morocco.
Exactly.
And Nigeria could go there and then
win
that title.
Yes.
It's possible. So right thinking and right words at the moment.
This is all we need from now. That's why I reacted to a post on the Sports Family today that all we need to do is to start planning.
Okay.
From now, we have 2 years to plan now. It shouldn't be a 1 year thing. We should start planning now. If not, it's certain South Africa that we defeated in this tournament, and we are happy and we took over the whole media talking about it, will come and haunt us because they are preparing and they have a good gaffer in charge, Ugo Bruce. That is one side I am very, very scared of. And then the one that haunted us, they have a very different mindset now that it is doable. Even when they had a very slow start to the tournament, they ended up winning it. After all, why can't they come out stronger in the next edition? So we have a lot to battle.
Okay, a lot to battle. Okay, guys, we'll wait and see how things pan out. But don't forget, like I said, there is a lot of prizes to be won. Cut to the sport team of the Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. How do you win those prizes? Simple. Go to the WhatsApp portal. Drop the prediction between Copenhagen, exact predictions column between Copenhagen and Manchester City, and RB Leipzig and Real Madrid. You can send a WhatsApp message, send an SMS, or at some point we'll soon open the phone lines where we can also take in those predictions from you as well. Also, you can also, if you are those watching on YouTube, please do drop a comment, drop in your preferred score line. Who do you think would win that game? Just say Man City 2, Copenhagen 1. Drop it there. The other result as well. The other game which
Leipzig,
has
Real Madrid.
So drop it on the comment section. At the end of the day, we'll pick out the winners, and then we'll also let you know who has won the prizes. So please, right now, you can keep sending those messages right now. At some point, the phone line will follow suit. How do you send those messages and WhatsApp message? Simple. It's 0700 010 961 961. That is 0700, I beg your pardon, 010 961 961. We'll go on a break right now. When we come back, we go straight to Europe. A lot is happening in the world of football, especially the UEFA Champions League. Don't go nowhere.
Victory is a story waiting to be told. Sports Beat. Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Now you have a voice.
Tune in for all the action. Rep your team and be loyal to the game. Sports Lounge, weekdays 4 to 5 p.m. Now, you have a voice.
Okay, guys, if you're just joining us, welcome back to the show. This is the second part of the show where we go straight to Europe, and as well bring you up to speed with everything happening, single thing happening exactly in the world of sport. Now let's go to Europe. We're done with other sporting activities. We've touched down the fallout from the Afcon. We've looked at everything happening in Ivory Coast and the cash money and the villa, the houses going round. Come on, I wish I was Ivory Coast at the moment anyway, but I'll stick with my Nigeria and I'll take my silver and I'll put it on my chest. Anyway, let's go straight to other activities happening and go to football like we normally do and start off from, of course, all the way from Liverpool, where former England manager Sven-Göran Eriksson will join Liverpool legend management team for a charity game at Anfield against Ajax legend in March. Eriksson is 75, revealed in January that he has the best case a year to live after being diagnosed with a cancer. The Swede also said he was a Red fan and had always wished to manage Liverpool. Liverpool had said Eriksson will join the dugout of LFC greats, including Ian Rush, John Barnes, and John Albridge. After announcing that Eriksson will form part of the management team for that game on the 23rd of March, the club added, all connected with Liverpool and LFF Foundation look forward to warmly welcoming LFC fan Sven and his family to Anfield and seeing him in the dugout on the day for a fantastic fundraising occasion. For fans of Aston Villa, we hear that Aston Villa have confirmed that midfielder Boubacar Kamara has suffered a significant knee ligament injury. Kamara, who's 24, sustained the injury in the second half of Villa's 2-1 defeat by Man United on Sunday and underwent his scan on Monday. Villa said that Kamara will have a further consultation with the knee specialist to determine the severity of the injury and the length of layoff. The French international has made 30 appearances for Villa this season. He has scored just one goal in the EFL Cup and registered an assist in the Premier League. And now to the Italian Serie A, where Serie A will stick to 20 teams after 16 of its current club voted against reducing the division to 18. Only Juventus, Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Roma voted for the proposal to cut the number of Italian top flight side at the stakeholders meeting in Milan. The current format of 20 teams was introduced in 2004-2005 season. And now to the games played yesterday, we know that Almeria set a record for the longest winless streak. Yes, winless start to a La Liga season with a goalless draw against Athletic Bilbao. The draw means that Almeria remains bottom after 24 points. 24 games, I beg your pardon, at 13 points from safety. Monday result also saw them equal Levante's 27-match record winless run in La Liga. Almeria's barren streak includes game at the end of last season. Almeria head on for their points despite playing the final 37 minutes with 10 men after Legrabazani red card. Derby County hold the record for the worst season in the history of the European Big Five leagues with 11 points in the 2007-2008 Premier League campaign. Bilbao remained fifth in La Liga after picking up a point in Monday's game and at 2 points adrift Atletico Madrid in fourth. And now we come to the big game where Colagaga scored twice as Chelsea came from behind to win at Selhurst Park and increased the pressure on Crystal Palace manager Roy Hodgson. The Blue dominated the opening period of the match, but it was Palace who took the lead, with Jefferson Lamar picking up the ball on the edge of the area and rifling the ball into the top corner in the 30th minute. Mauricio Pochettino's side could not muster a shot until the 45th minute, but they equalized with the first touch of the second half after a Malagusto crossing by Gallagher. Gallagher made it 2-0 just before stoppage time, and Enzo Fernandez added the third after a composed finish at the near post to lift the Chelsea team to 10th on the table. Jay, before I come to you, we also know that Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino has hailed Gallagher as a priceless player after his 2 goals inspired the Blues to the victory at Crystal Palace. In his word, he said, "I think he's a player with great commitment to the team. He's always trying to compensate in every situation, in offensive and defensive situation. It is priceless to have a player like him." Jay, this is a player that has been under scrutiny, a player that the board has been looking to ship out
a short while ago.
Even last we speak to you, they want to let him leave for to at least to cut down the FF play, the fair financial fair play rule. And the boy is scoring goals and doing well for Mauricio Pochettino. The manager seems to love him, but the club wants him out.
But as a manager, if you are in a difficult time and a certain player come and bail you out, because for me it's like a bailout.
No, there's a certain love. To be sincere, there is a certain love for Gallagher, for Mauricio Pochettino.
And maybe could that be the reason why he's turning in result for him? But then there's nothing else anyone will say when a player is turning out result at your most difficult time, because take it or leave it, Pochettino is, even if he's coming out to say that he has a backing of the management,
but the management is saying that they have the backing of him, not him saying.
Okay, yeah, that they are behind him.
Absolutely.
But all those are media.
Come on.
No, it's a media statement.
Don't forget what Toboli said when he hired him. He said it's a project, a long-term project, and for a very long time. It may I know I said something, but we're talking off, and I said it will get worse to get better. And that's what's happened to Chelsea. When Chelsea will come good right now, they could go on a run of winning the league for 4-5 years. It's possible.
It's possible.
And then, because these are young players, practically inexperienced players.
But that is probably when they must have fired Osemo. Probably when they must have fired Pochettino, because with him the dream of winning laurel, I don't think will be coming their way. That is just me. I don't know why that feeling still remain adamant in me, that with this man, yes, it will be the very good team for Chelsea. Yeah. But would they be able to win laurels under him? I doubt.
Well, man, is a doubting Thomas here. Jay is a doubting Thomas. But right now, we can of the phone lines are officially open. You can start in to call in and let's have your prediction for the 2 games. Yes, like I said, these are the ways you can send in your predictions through SMS, through a WhatsApp message, or comment on our YouTube page. And of course, not forgetting, you can put a call through us on that same number you can use to send the SMS and the WhatsApp. But the number is simple: 0700 010 961 961. 0700 010 961 961. And you stand a chance of winning great prizes. Yes, courtesy the sport team of Voice of the People. So followers are officially up and running. Want to hear from you. What will be the exact scoreline question between FC Copenhagen and Manchester City, and as well the other game between RB Leipzig, that is Red Bull Leipzig, and of course Real Madrid? The phone lines are up and running. Okay, guys, you can start getting the calls through. Jay, that will now go to the major talking point of the day.
Yep.
Of course, it is the UEFA Champions League, and we'll take it one step at a time. Let's look at the game between FC Copenhagen and, of course, Manchester City. Big question mark on Copenhagen. We know, first of all, is that they have not played or kicked a ball in over 2 months because of the weather there in Denmark, and so they're on winter break. This will be a first competitive game in over 2 months. That's one problem.
It's a big problem.
2, they are facing a Man City team that looks ready to go. Kevin De Bruyne has returned. Ellen Brutala scored at the weekend a brace.
Rodri
Back to
there.
scoring ways. They've got Phil Foden, Rodri, and the rest of them. They have little or no injury worries. Only 2 players are missing. Mateo Kovacic and of course Gabdiol, the centre back come left back. But for Copenhagen, it seems to be a long list of injury worries. Bergamelin is out. David Kavadlava, Noel Shasha, Kuma Bubakar, Theo Sander, Emi Hoyland, Nikolai Bolsin, and of course Luka Laraga is out. He picked up a record in the last game in the Champions League. Now, I know it's like David vs Goliath, right? But is there a chance for David in this fight, Jay?
We are only having this argument, Sports Bishop, because of what Copenhagen did at the group stage. They qualified ahead of Manchester United, and they liked to be in the round of 16. That is probably why we are having this discussion. If not, let it be that Copenhagen their season is running or their league is running and they have no injury worries. They are still not a match for Manchester City, because here's a Manchester City we've been analyzing day in day out with the way they have no injury worries, and this is a team that picks up in the second half of the season, and they have picked up their form. That is only the god of soccer that can let them down. If not,
despite the fact that they've picked up the second half, so don't forget, there's only one team that have gone all the way to retain the title in the modern era Champions League, and that's Real Madrid. And we know why. When it comes to Champions League, the first thing that comes to mind is Real Madrid, of course.
They are grandmasters of this competition.
Exactly. So, could this be? Could they come into this game overconfident and get stunned?
For the fact that Pep Guardiola is still a manager of that team, he knows how to guide his team, and the players, they respect him very well. They take to his tutoring plan. So I'm very sure and confident that it's a game they will
Guardiola
conquer.
is known for overthinking things. Anyway, let's look at the head-to-head. We know that they've met 4 times. They first met in the Europa League in 2009. When Copenhagen played a 2-2 draw with Manchester City at home, but were beaten by Manchester City 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium. They met again in 2022-2023 season. That was last season. And Copenhagen played a goalless draw with Manchester City in their home, but Man City spanked them 5 at the Etihad Stadium. Do you think the fact that they are playing at the Parken, the home ground of Copenhagen, and with the good home record they've got, even against, don't forget, in the same group they had Manchester United. They had Galatasaray, yes, and they still finished second behind Bayern Munich. And if you watch the game against Bayern Munich, they almost turned their home to a fortress. Bayern Munich had to struggle to get something from their home turf, and even at the Allianz Arena. So they're known for being the giant killers. Can Man City hit their loom with this, especially at home at the Parken? Can at least they get something at home in this game, because they're playing at home? Jay?
Honestly, I don't see anything happen. I don't see them getting anything from this game. I don't see them getting anything from this competition against from this fixture against Manchester City. Yes, football can be cruel. Football can be very, very unpredictable. But this one, I think, is an easy prediction for everyone.
Easy prediction. We'll come to your prediction at some point because it's something I really want to hear from you. Moving on, guys. Still talking about that game. A lot to look out for. FC Copenhagen, don't forget, a team from Scandinavia. They play far back in Denmark. But for Man United, we already know them. They are a team that can turn the tide, probably the Champions League, defending champions, and they'll be going to, if possible, not get something from that game. A lot of people believe that Manchester has got an order of scoring at least 2.5 goals in this game. That is 2.5 goals, likely to score at least 3 goals in this game against team. For City, they come into this game 10 games win.
Not even unbeaten.
Straight 10 wins in no competition coming into this game. While Copenhagen won just twice in their group to qualify. Won just twice. So that's why we say they were in the group that had Manchester United and Galatasaray. They strewed kind of wobbled, to get their way to this to this round of games. So we will wait and see. It is Pep Guardiola versus Jacob Nostrup. and we'll wait and see if there is any problem else in this one. The stats are in favor of Manchester City. Like I said, it looks like they're going to be go galore, but we'll wait and see how things pan out. Let's move on to the other game that will be played today. Big news for RB Leipzig. They've got a chance to get something from this game, because if you look at the team news, it's not looking too good for Madrid. 4 of their known center back is missing. Eder Trameni is out for cruciate ligament injury. Antonio Rudiger is out with a thigh injury. David Alaba is out with a cruciate ligament injury, and Nacho is a doubt for this one. Also missing is Jude Bellingham, who tweaked his ankle in a 4-0 victory. In that game, it's called a brace, making him 21. Wow, what a player! 21 goals in 29 games for Real Madrid.
As a midfielder,
he's been an asset
a midfielder,
for Carlo Ancelotti,
not a striker,
and his team. But let's look at the RB Leipzig team as well. 2 players are missing. You have Thomas Suchik, has a meniscus injury, and of course Amadou Haidara, who has a knee injury, just returning back from the Africa Cup of Nations with Mali. But then, before I get to hear your opinion, don't forget, like I said, keep the predictions coming in. We will read out the winners of the predictions by tomorrow, when we're doing the preview for the games for tomorrow. So send in your SMS, send in your WhatsApp messages, and of course the phone lines are up, and you can call in. The phone will take your call right now.
But sorry, but the prediction has to stop
immediately at the start of the game.
Exactly, by 9 p.m. tonight.
Prediction stops 9 p.m. tonight. So the numbers, you can send those messages, and you can even call right now. It's simple. It is 0700 010 961 961. That is 0700 010 961 961. 700 means 700. So do well to call in. We're here to pick those calls. Okay, let's take some of the messages on WhatsApp. This one says, good evening, Sport Bishop and Mr. J. The minister should seek fans' opinion if Pesero deserves contract or not. For me, Mr. J is right. If Pesero had applied Jose Mourinho's winning mentality, he would have turned the result around. If only he played Onuachu with Osimhen up front and brought in Iheanacho, Simon and Hazard earlier in the game, they would have eased the pressure by the Ivorians. He allowed our players to absorb pressure, and we were tired. Instead of him to make substitute from the beginning of the second half, he waited until 80-something minutes, because making substitutes. Please, minister should not make a mistake by Pesero's new contract. He has nothing to offer. Look at the previous Afcon winning coach to date. They are local coaches. So why don't we believe in our own and let them start preparation for the World Cup and Afcon qualifiers? Now, you sport journalists should start to lead to us first, because giving Pesero a new contract, I pray they take time and do our sports right. Emmanuel from Papi, that's quite long, but he's totally not in the school of thought that Pesero should be given a new contract.
Exactly.
Let's come back to the Champions League. I said, keep the messages in. Don't forget, Manuel, you can still predict for the Champions League game. The 2 games, get them right, and then you can stand a chance of winning something, courtesy the team. Look at RB Leipzig. They play a kind of crafty formation, 4-2-2 formation. They've always found a way to win at home. Man City had lost to them last season.
Yeah.
Do you think, now let's look at the game, that RB Leipzig playing at home would be a momentum when they face this Real Madrid team, who are depleted at the back and also lack the services of Jude Bellingham?
Honestly, that's why I said that is a game that everyone should endeavor to watch tonight, because it's a tricky fixture. Thanks to the fact that Real Madrid is depleted at the back, and Leipzig, just like you said, are a team that can surprise you at any time. They are there when it comes to Champions League at the early stage like this. They are a team that have shocked the world before. They have performed magic. They have pulled up some surprises before now. So with a depleted defense of Real Madrid, it's possible they can get something out of this fixture.
So very possible they can get something out of this fixture. Where do you think the game will won and lost? For Madrid, there is no Jude Bellingham, meaning that even the first line is not there, but they have Josulu, As one who can come in from the bench, Brahim Diaz as well, who has done so well. So he's returning back from ASC Milan. But their backline seems suspicious. The last time they played in the league, it was Cavaya and Tchouameni partnering. Couldn't that be an Achilles heel for? Don't forget
the mentality.
They beat Girona, who sits second in La Liga, with that backline. 4 goals to a very emphatic victory.
When this game will be won by Real Madrid is certainly the attack. Exactly. They should rely on the attack to score goals, and then maybe even if they are conceding, the goal they will concede should be less than the one they should score. Okay. That's the only way that I see them winning this fixture tonight.
Only way I see them winning this fixture tonight. Let's look at the head-to-head, and let's see what the head-to-head tells us. They've met twice in the Champions League last season. Real Madrid beat them by 2-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu, but the RB Leipzig, it looks like the RB Leipzig were very fantastic at home. They beat Madrid by 3-2 in their backyard, and that's why I think
they should apply that technique that made them beat Real Madrid. If they are able to apply this technique, I think the goal margin will be in their favor.
In the last 5 matches for RB Leipzig, they've played 5 games. They've lost 3, won 1, and drew 1. The last game, that's for RB Leipzig. So they're coming to this game not in the right frame of mind, but at least after 3 straight losses to Bayer Leverkusen, Eintracht Frankfurt, and Stuttgart, they got a win against Union Berlin and a draw this weekend against Real Madrid, against Augsburg. But for Real Madrid, if you look at the way they play, it's like 4 wins and 1 draw in the last 5 games. Smashing teams like Almeria, Las Palmas, Getafe. The only draw came out at home to Atletico Madrid.
And that's because exactly that's what I was going. The Atletico Madrid is the greatest rival of these 5 fixtures they've had. So that means they are shaky. If you give the game to them, you can get something out of it, and that's what I expect RB Leipzig to do tonight. They should take the game to Real Madrid. Okay,
phone lines are up and running. I want to hear from you guys. Talk to me. Don't you want to win something good for your midweek enjoyment?
And the Valentine.
Oh wow, you took that out of my mouth. But anyway, let's hear from you guys. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Looking at the 2 games to be played, RB Leipzig versus Real Madrid, a big game. Not forgetting the game between FC Copenhagen of Denmark versus Manchester City of England. Let's hear your prediction. What do you think the pendulum would swing? Would it be Manchester City having a blowout, or would it be RB Leipzig, pulling an upset? I think that there's an upset there for me. I think they can get a result from that game. Knowing that Real Madrid, I beg your pardon, are quite depleted in that encounter. As we speak to you, the game in the Premier Liga, that's not about the Portuguese Premier Liga, is ongoing between Gil Vicente and Vizela. Gil Vicente are losing at home by 1-0 in that encounter. Vizela just scored as we were having that conversation. The goal was scored by no other than Essendi in the 12th minute of that encounter. Games to look out for as well. In the Championship, you have Birmingham City taking on Blackburn Rovers. That game is for 8:45. I beg your pardon. Leicester City will take on Sheffield Wednesday. Norwich City will welcome Watford. Hull City will travel to Rotterdam United. Swansea will play Leeds United. Is Bristol City, but Southampton and of course West Bromwich Albion, I beg your pardon, will take on Cardiff City. That game is for 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Now it's time for me to come back to Mr. J to unleash his prediction. Mr. J, look at your crystal ball. Your crystal ball. What's your crystal ball telling you? First game, RB Leipzig, Real Madrid. First of all, where's the pendulum swinging to? What's your scoreline?
It's swinging to the favor of RB Leipzig, and I'm seeing a 2-1 victory for RB Leipzig.
You heard that from Mr. J. He's going with an upset, 2-1 victory for RB Leipzig. Madrid won't have an answer. Okay. And then the other game, we have FC Copenhagen versus Manchester City. I know why you're laughing. It seems you think it's going to be a one-way traffic, but it's
4-0 minimum.
Wow. 4-0 is your prediction.
0-4 is my prediction.
Away from home. Don't forget, Man City don't have a good record away from home against FC Copenhagen.
It's 0-4 minimum.
Jay has spoken. But guys, let's hear from you. What do you think? You can send your prediction, like I said, on SMS, on WhatsApp message, on call to this number 0700 010 961 961 0700 010 961 961. Also, you can also drop your comment on our YouTube page. I was talking to you right now. We are live on Facebook. There's a live feed. Go there, drop your comment. And like I said, the prediction would end officially exactly 9 p.m. Nigerian time. I'll say that again. Prediction would end officially 9 p.m. Nigerian time. We'll pick the winners and we'll let you know who they are tomorrow. And quickly before we go, one man is in the news for all the wrong reason. He's Paris Saint-Germain's forward, Kylian Mbappe. His camp are unconvinced that Real Madrid latest offer to the French international can move a free transfer this summer, as it is lower than the previous proposal they made in 2022. Do you expect Madrid to pay the amount of money that they wanted to pay for you 2 years ago when you decided to sign a long-term contract with Paris Saint-Germain?
I don't know.
You're a free agent.
I don't know what came over Kylian Mbappe then, because he is wanted by a team, but then maybe he just pledged his allegiance to PSG because it's his home, it's his nation's home nation's team, and they were looking at the possibility of pushing for the Champions League, but unfortunately it couldn't come to be. So, but then it will definitely affect his value now, because yes, individually he's a very good player, but what has his ability been able to afford PSG, save the League One title? And that is not it's not something you call a difference, because it's what they've been able to do without you. You're being there and you're being and him being paid huge, being on a very huge contract. What has he been able to change for PSG? Nothing.
Okay, we got a message from Emmanuel from Pape. Said Madrid would win 2-1, while Man City would win by 3 goals to 1. Okay, do ensure you go watch those games. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll do a review, and of course we'll preview the games that will come up tomorrow as well, coming here on the show. Okay, as we were talking, a pretty lady obviously walked in as always. She just walked in again as always, and she was here earlier on.
Another desire to call pretty lady. How y'all doing, gentlemen?
We are very good. See you alone.
So yesterday I was looking forward to this hard drive because yesterday I saw news that they're thinking of introducing a blue card in football.
Yeah.
And I have something to say about it. I know that you guys don't
even though it's not a topic.